We're live. Here we go. 692. Awesome. We got an awesome group here today, and everybody's all jazzed up because the whole Kaguya thing is gone. She is gone, even though we don't know why. We have no idea why she needed all this. But anyway, so let's get back to the good stuff. We're starting on page 1 of 692. I actually like it, and this is one of those things that's going to look really good animated because you can see all the Kages disappearing. And you could see like the hands and everything of the tailed beast in the back, and I thought that the whole thing with Naruto, it was goofy, but it was pure Naruto. You know, it made sense. And then what's the deal with Kakashi and Sakura? Is this they're just it's like handsy, or what's going on? Is like something going on there, or what's up with that? Is anybody going to ship that, or are we just going to leave that alone?
Okay, I'm back. I like.
She's holding him up.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. She's holding him up.
Yeah. Oh, she's just playing her games.
Well, Kakashi, he probably don't got no chakra right now. It's probably Kakashi.
Oh,
I have no chakra.
Are you serious?
I'm about to pass out for a month.
Oh yeah, let me just kind of squeeze on you a little while, and yeah.
Oh really? Is that what's happening? Because he's leading on him for battle?
See, you're looking. He's a player, is what you're saying. Kakashi's a
player. You guys, a lot of people are looking way too much into that. I think it's just, it's a
continuation from last chapter.
Yeah. All right, now anything on page 1? Anything at all? Not, we'll get to page 2. All right, page 2, and then we get the we've got the Kages going, and Tobirama, everybody's favorite #2 Hokage,
the wisest man among all Konoha.
Evidently, maybe by the end of this chapter, what he said may be ringing very true. but I don't want to get too far ahead. Okay, so there we go, and we've got the whole thing, and there's the artwork on here is pretty nice.
Yeah.
You see the breadth.
Can I just say, like, I really liked how all the previous like Kages like showed up, like from all the generations from every like village in the previous chapters. I thought that was really neat.
All these people who were fighting each other in the past finally all get together to team up to do something.
Yeah.
And then the first Hokage, you're different from us. You've all got different endings to your story ahead. Rather, please make sure you do Naruto and Sasuke. The first. And then we get into now. Okay, was there anything you guys want to say before we get into the Tailed Beast stuff on that page? Anything at all?
I have a concern.
Okay.
Okay, with the 4 Hokages, alright, wasn't all of them summoned by Orochimaru and they disappearing? So that means something happened to Orochimaru?
Yeah,
or he got out of the tree?
No, just the Sage 6 path is so broken that he can just override Orochimaru's jutsu, send them back.
Well, I mean, Madara overrode, his. So I mean, if they understand how it works, right? And they could do it, evidently.
Yeah, but with Madara, though, I think
he kind of canceled it.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything until Kabuto dispelled it.
Right.
So it was like a counter to a jutsu that was already in place. It was like when the control over him was lifted to get rid of him, I guess, is when you could do something.
So there was a window of opportunity for him to take advantage of it because he knew how it worked.
Right.
All right. Now,
so,
yeah.
About Madara, do you think he's smiling on that page, or do you think he's like unconscious?
Well, was that did I just skip the Madara thing?
Page 5.
Okay, let me go back. Go back.
He's in the middle panel. Hashirama.
Oh, his face right there?
Yeah, do you think he's unconscious or smiling?
Yeah, but I don't know. It depends. In some translations, he's still, F everybody, and the other one, he's finally, gotten some resolution between him and the first. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it just depends on which way you want to look at it.
I never saw a translation that said, that Madara is like arrogant or whatever. It looks like that he, is pretty much accepted that he was wrong, and that like he's happy to go back to the afterlife and hang out with his friend. That's what it looks like to me.
So now, unless there's something more on page 5, I'm on page 6.
Oh wait, is that a Zetsu, or is that that's a white Zetsu, right? That turned into a tree. So why did he turn into a tree there? Oh, I know, because he was probably the body that Orochimaru used. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's the wood style.
No, because Orochimaru used the white Zetsus to create the Edo Hokages. So when the Zetsus came out of the bodies, they turned into trees. I guess when being exposed to the sage's chakra all over the place. Is that what happened?
Well, a lot of them when they were, when Naruto was knocking them out because of his chakra, his nature chakra, whatever, they turned them into trees, if I remember right. So I guess it just being exposed to it. But well, anyway, the tail beats page 6, and I really got into this part of it. This makes us free now. I'll be going. I love the whole vacation chat here. I love this. I'll be going back to the water screen cave. And the other ones, I've decided to seclude myself in the forest. I mean, these guys are all jazzed up, right? After all this time, we're free. At last, we're finally able to return to our homes.
After this, I'm going to go home and marry my sweetheart.
Yeah, all this stuff. The 8 tails. Now they're chatting with each other like at the water cooler. 8 tails, what the hell are you going to do? Me? I wonder, I guess I will return to B's place. He's the only one that he wants to hang out with B. I'm going to get attached to this terrible ear sore called rapping.
But no, I think it's just this page very much worried me from the get-go, like just how they talked and they were so relieved, even though they're like hugely dangerous and they're very naive about the whole situation, that they're still weapons. So I thought I thought that was interesting that they actually thought had those naive feelings even after all this time. So I thought, man, this is certainly some big death flags for all these creatures.
I still don't think.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I still don't think they're going to die, though. I think the Bijus are going to live some way toward the end of the show. But go ahead, let's keep going. The next page.
Yeah, well, then wait a minute. Yeah, the next page we get into the whole thing of the 9 tails basically get told, hey, guess what? From the Sage 6 path, you're gonna have to hang out with this kid, Naruto, for longer, and Naruto's gonna be the meeting place. So the 9 tails out of everybody, guess what? No vacation for you.
He's totally acting Sunadira right now, the 9 tails.
I think he wanted to go back inside Naruto anyway.
Yeah, that's what a Sunadira is, when they want to do something but they keep putting up a front like they don't. Like, well, if you insist, like I guess I have to, like when they really want to. Right, Elijah? Right?
Yeah, pretty much. I think the whole thing there is that the 9 tails is literally still the most dangerous one. Like, there's nothing he could do that wouldn't put the world in or put the environment in danger. The other beasts could get away with hiding amongst other super strong creatures because of their smaller profiles. Less so for the 8 tails, but the 9 tails just can't. He's just huge.
Yeah, and I wonder how they would all stay in communication with Naruto. Do you think they would all just have a wireless link to Naruto wherever they are on the planet? Is that how that would work?
Chakra. Evidently, he's a meeting place through chakra somehow.
I just go back to the whole thing that this is so naive. The linchpin is Naruto. What happens when Naruto gone? When Naruto is gone? How about all the other? How about the rest? They're very naive about this whole situation, thinking that it's over. So.
Well, let's go back to what you were saying about how dangerous these 9 are, and now they're just well, people are going to leave us alone now.
Yeah,
now,
probably. you know.
You didn't learn anything. They're not going to leave you alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Human nature hasn't changed one bit when these guys get unzetsued, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. So you guys, yeah, they definitely haven't learned anything.
Yeah, especially
So-
after seeing Naruto, you know, people seeing his powers. I'm pretty sure people gonna want it for themselves. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we got
Yeah.
the whole thing, but now this gets into the whole thing. They start discussing. Kage was different from any of the people I'd fought up till now. It felt like she didn't have a heart, and it's like they try to. I don't really think he tries to give some explanation. I guess what it is. She was. It was after she ate the fruit. Something happened.
Oh, we're on the next page, page number 8.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Yeah, they're trying to justify her being evil, like they do with like every villain. Like, oh, in the end, it wasn't her fault. It was this other thing. Just
Hello,
like you know.
Hey, how you doing there?
Oh, it works. Sorry to interrupt.
Jam
Just wanted to
Spice.
test.
Hey,
Hi.
guys, guys.
Yeah, no problem. Join the discussion. We're on. Let me find it.
Page 7.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. Actually, I'm on page 8. But
yeah, I'm on page 8 too.
So I don't like. Yeah, I don't. What were you just saying, Elijah? You're talking about how. That it's like an excuse.
They're just like they're justifying why she was evil, even though
Yeah.
you know, she was a DT before, but all of a sudden like okay, it was this evil MacGuffin that made her evil. You know,
Right.
they're trying to blame like this little darkness in her sleeve or something like that, and they try to like write it off like oh it wasn't her.
Yeah, I don't think it's more of like they're trying to like explain why she's evil. I think it's more like Kishi is trying to, you know, give us a reason as to like her backstory. Like just throw in some backstory right there as to give us a reason as to why she was fighting. Not as to say like oh have sympathy for her, but this is why she's fighting. You know.
Yeah,
like,
but I also feel like the Sage of Six Path could have explained that before they started fighting her to begin with. Like, but I'm not sure if he knew that she was like the you know the bad guy to you know.
This is one of these. I've seen Kishimoto do this before. He tries to like take another bite out of the apple. He tries to come right back at it and re-explain it. And it's like, once again, like this little section here, we could have all done without it because it doesn't really.
Yeah.
What does he say? She ate the fruit. became bad. We don't know.
Yeah.
So
I don't
why have the panels?
Yeah, I don't like how he showed. I mean, I loved how he showed Kaguya cry, like over her son. That was great characterization. I thought it made her, you know, come to life as a character, and you know, touched me. But now, from what the Sage Six Paths is saying, his mom was all screwed up after eating a piece of fruit. Then why was she crying for you and your brother? You know, shouldn't she just be totally evil and psycho? Like, what was that scene all about? Doesn't make sense.
Guys, when was the Sage born? Because it seems like he was born after she ate the fruit. If he's talking about that,
well,
but he
yes.
had to been born after she ate the fruit to get his powers. So it was kind of confusing to me.
She had a chakra infused body. Yeah, when she had her kid.
She took a bite of gum.
Got to her.
So
But then we go. What was Black Zetsu and all the stuff, other stuff? Why did she need Zetsus and what was her? So we don't know. Like I said, it's like it opened all this back up without really, adding anything.
She took a bite of the chakra fruit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Kishimoto pretty much gave us like tons and tons of material for fan fiction because that's so much open that you can just make up any story you want now.
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks.
Pretty much.
Well, except when it's over, because once he puts the final bow on this thing, when it's done, when chapter end is there, then I think the fans are going to have. I think there's going to. If he doesn't do a better job of explaining it, there's going to be at least some backlash or some.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are just going to write their own version of what happened to Kaguya, who she fell in love with, who she had kids with, and all that stuff like that. They'll just all be created, by the fans. It'll be accepted as canon because it'll never be explained. Unless Kishimoto releases another data book, a final data book explaining everything or something.
Hey, who stopped the first Infinite Tsukiyami if the Sage didn't and his brother didn't? How did that stop?
I don't know. According to Kagurama, he said his mother was the one who created Infinite Tsukiyomi.
But who stopped it though? I don't think she'll stop it since she wanted chakra, and he's talking like he didn't stop it because he was researching it. So who stopped
Yeah.
Infinite Tsukiyomi the first time? How it stopped?
Well, I thought it was the sage and his brother, and that was the reason why he researched it and found out how to release it.
But he's talking like he never did it, like he released it. Well, the way he's talking, that's the way how I get it. But he probably
That may
did, I
be,
guess.
but I'm going to go ahead and push on with the chapter. It's a good question. We may not have a good answer for it. And then, then there's an explanation. The sage is like, no, you're all fine. With Naruto has the chakra of all the tailed beasts, and Sasuke has the Rinnegan. The both of them together, putting the seals together, should completely release. Wait a minute. I don't like that word "should." I'm not too, it would say completely release the Jitsu.
Yeah, that's why I
not
said
me.
it seems like he didn't do it.
He's like, you're probably okay. More than likely, you got a high chance that you'll be all right. Otherwise, everybody's going to get turned into a Zetsu. So I hope you like Zetsu.
Yeah. I was going to say
They have a
something,
lot of-
but it's going to spoil it, and I'll say that.
Oh no! Well, that actually sounds a lot easier than expected. And
It
here we
should.
go. And then we come to you, Sasuke. I suppose. But first, and this is where everything gets awesome to me in this chapter.
I like how in the scene he's like saying it under his breath and like he's got this deathly like, but first, and he says it like it's like he says it like super fast. I'm gonna execute the 5 Kages inside the Infinite Tsukiyomi. You know, like
Yeah.
no one was gonna hear him. Like he just says it underneath his breath. Like why did he announce it like that? He could have just done it.
It's just what he's talking regularly the last panel. He's
Yeah.
like hiding his eyes. He's like, well, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna execute. like bends his head down, slumps his shoulders, like looks maniacal. Like, okay, Sasuke, you could have just said it regularly.
Yeah, he turned to a 16-year-old right there.
King of All Lightning was like, is this Naruto? Like, this is like a different manga or something
Yeah.
in this chapter. This is dark. You know what I mean? And Kakashi's like, what did you just say, Sasuke? Huh?
Look
What?
at his face. Look at his Kakashi's face.
Oh, they're all serious. It all just, the whole mood, everything completely changed.
But I love Naruto. I love Naruto's reactions in this chapter. It's so badass. Look at
He's like-
the minute Sasuke says that, Naruto's eyes just meet his like with anger. Like here we go. I knew it was coming.
Like,
He's like, really, Doug? He's like, really? It comes to this in the end?
No, it's
Yeah,
like he's expecting it. Naruto is totally expecting it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the tailed beast, I'm going to place you all under my control. What was that? And of course, Ninetales is he's going to throw down. They're all, and now it's the tailed beast. They've all, even the guy that's got like the eye stalk, like a slug. They're all serious, and they're also got the Rinnegan in there. So
Yeah, they got the Rinnegan and the Sharinga. They got all of that.
they got possessed.
how the heck Sasuke looked into all their eyes at the same time?
Do what?
How did he look into their eyes and put all of them under Genjutsu at the same time?
Oh, this is just like what Nagato did and all that kind of stuff. The whole thing.
No, he
with-
did.
once he
It's
possessed-
the
That's
Rinnegan, you don't
Genjutsu.
even-
That's what he.
the Rinnegan, dude.
No, that's
Rinnegan.
Genjutsu. He put him
No,
under,
this is,
man. Don't play that.
This is the
It's
same
ki-
thing. The first time we saw this was with Obito, when Obito used the Sharingan on the Kyuubi and took control of the Kyuubi in the past.
All right, that's just
You saw the Sharingan and the Kyuubi
But
guys. It's just a
On the very
reflection.
next page, they say it's a Genjutsu and not an eye jutsu.
Yeah, he had to look him into.
Well, but Uchiha Sharingan
Yeah,
used Eye Genjutsu. So
Yeah, he had to look him
Tailed
into the
beast
eyes
have
to put him
fallen
under.
under his Genjutsu.
yeah, and Sasuke's Rinnegan is a combination of his Mangekyou Sharingan and the Rinnegan. So it's
But
called the
also
Sharingan.
remember, once your eye powers reach a certain level, you don't even need to make eye contact. Remember, Itachi could cast a genjutsu with his finger.
But that wasn't his regular
Yeah.
genjutsu from his eye though. It
Yeah,
just
that
was
was
some other
the
The
genjutsu.
point is,
The point
I think that the point that
No,
we're trying to make is,
no, stop. One at a time. Jam Spice, go ahead.
Yeah, the point is that I mean, a genjutsu is a genjutsu. The point is that you don't necessarily need to make eye contact with your eyeball once you reach a certain level.
yeah, like they're
Why is
trying to
it
show
that?
that Sasuke is like super omni-powerful with the combination of the Rinnegan and the Sharingan. So it's just
Yeah.
like he's OP at the moment.
In
Well,
order
it
to
says six.
project.
Wait. Just before Michael, and the save says, and he managed it with just a glance. Go ahead, Michael.
No, I'm just agreeing. I'm saying that with his Sharingan, he can project Genjutsu out of his eye, I guess within a wide area, because you can't obviously look at all the tailed beasts with just one eye. But for the examples that Jan Spice was using, or whoever was using in the past, the Itachi with his finger, that wasn't Sharingan Genjutsu. That was just his Genjutsu that he knew how to do without it, with the
Well,
regular.
then,
Because
right,
Kurenai could do it
wait a
too.
minute. Remember, Madara was able to do stuff even without eyes.
Right, I'm saying
Yeah, that
Kurenai.
was true.
So-
That's
So, I mean, since that can happen, I think we can all safely move on.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
like
also,
Itachi got eyes too, like
Let's go
Obito.
ahead.
and also,
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Wait, that was the Susanoo. That wasn't Genjutsu.
Okay.
yeah, if I can just make another point that like what Sasuke has, isn't that the same eye that the Biju had, which is the same eye that was reflected on the moon?
yeah.
So people were falling on a genjutsu when they were asleep. So it's just the magnitude of the power. You don't need eye contact at this
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. And then let's
That's
let's go ahead and get to the battle here. Wait, well, we should get too bound up in technicalities because Kishimoto does. Okay, because it's not. I mean, it's not. I mean, you know what? Things are not 100%. So let's give everybody some leeway here and move on.
Yeah, that's.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the things I want to talk about, like towards when we talk about like the summary of the chapter and stuff like that, or predictions rather.
Yes. Well, we're moving along pretty quick anyhow. Let's see, and then we get the whole thing at the end. Naruto is I'm not Ashura, and Sasuke isn't Indra either, because Naruto is still like, look, we're not going to do this, okay? But already, right? It takes both of them together to remove, the tree, right? To get everybody released, right? So they can't. So you know what I mean? They both have to be.
I think
Both
Naruto
have to be their power. I want to say they both have to be alive, but both their powers have to be used. They may not necessarily have to be alive. I don't know if they can be killed and get Ito'd back or whatever, a mind manipulation or whatever.
So now,
But
I'm sorry. Yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry. I was just now I can finally say what I wanted to say before.
Yeah.
By Kishimoto telling us that Naruto and Sasuke both have to use their powers together to break the infant Tsukuyomi, we know now what the end of the battle is going to be. And to me, that's terrible writing because you should at least make your readers think that they might die or that something crazy might happen. But now we know Naruto and Sasuke have to work together to break infant Tsukuyomi.
And in the time skip movie that's coming out, they're both in it. So
Yeah, right?
Sasuke's in the last order.
I think it's
I didn't see
wrong on that? Is
Sasuke in the previews. So.
Is any Sasuke fan art? I guess maybe fan art wouldn't count, but it's.
Or like I haven't seen any production art of Sasuke for
I
that
thought,
final
yeah,
movie.
I haven't
I've
seen
heard
it.
some reviewers say that he was. They may be wrong. That he was supposedly going to be in that, but they may be wrong on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything, but.
But
All
they
right,
always fail to put Sasuke. They never show Sasuke like production art for him. He always just ends up showing up in the movie somewhere anyway, even if he's like not even in the story. Like he'll just show up in a Naruto movie. Like
He'll be the Vegeta,
yeah.
just showing up, getting a badass moment, doing something cool,
And
and
then
Naruto
just-
will be like
like
Sasuke.
That happens a lot in like almost every Shippuden movie. Sasuke will just show up like
Yeah,
he'll just
Like-
happen
like
to be in the
Vegeta.
same area.
yeah, that's how it is
Alright.
with every Dragon Ball Z movie. Vegeta just shows up, badass, does something, then he gets his ass kicked, and then Goku wins.
Okay, I'm gonna push through a little bit more here. And then Sasuke. Now, why is Sasuke doing it, or what's he trying to do? Well, it's true. I once desired the destruction. The only goal I had was revenge. Things are different now. Okay. And now, because that which is destroyed can always be rebuilt, villages free from the clutches of the employ of darkness. What I desire is to reform the entire shinobi world. Okay? So he's the new Kaguya.
Yeah.
Is what it is. A lot of people say new Madara, new Kage. It's the whole thing. You know, there's chaos. I'm going to bring order to the chaos, and I'm going to be a dictator. So he's saying revolution, but it's really quite the opposite.
Which is exactly like every other Uchiha except for Itachi, and it's just weird.
Yeah, and then Toby Rama. I mean, you just know. If somebody's already been saying, you know, as he's fading out, I told you guys. I told every one of you guys that you hated me.
Oh my god.
Every one of you hated me. I told you.
It would be so hilarious if, like, you know, somebody made a spoof of it or something, or, you know, if Naruto ever made, like, a spoof cartoon of that, and after Sasuke says that, they show a scene of Tobirama disappearing. I told you.
And you know what? I defy anybody tell me a character that had more intense hate thrown at him. Tobirama, people were ready to. He was a racist, and you know what I mean? Everybody was ready to lynch this guy. You know, the hate was out for Tobirama, and he deserved it. You know, because of what he said about the Uchiha and everything. So, you know, and it's.
He just stated facts. He just stated facts.
Well, the thing is, the Uchiha, you would hope. I mean, not just some of them will be okay. I mean, this is problems. I think maybe in Japan, maybe this is okay, but I think that they don't realize outside of Japan and other places, this isn't good. You know, they should be mixing this thing out more. It's a problem.
Well, like, the whole idea of revolution is interesting, but he's trying to, like, justify, like, his actions and make it sound less, you know, extreme and less actually evil and, you know, than they actually are. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I totally understand where he's coming from. Where, like, well, I need, you know, this old way isn't gonna work because there's been so many warnings, you know, throughout the wars. Like, man, once this is over, it's just gonna be a battle for the resources, i.e., the tailed beast and all these trinkets from the battle, you know, to recover, power, when, you know, everything goes back to normal. So Sasuke sees that right away. And he's like, no, I'm just going to kill the Kages and keep that from happening to begin with, you know, so.
Yeah, I totally support Sasuke in this. I think the way things were before Revolution, everything would have gone right back to square one.
Yeah, they would have been.
Yeah, they're my friends. They're my friends.
And they're like, no, we're going to take the tail beast and we're going to fight with them.
Pops up and try to, you know, seize their power. Sasuke's doing the right thing.
Yeah,
he's definitely not doing the right thing.
Well,
he's taking a direct path instead of, like, being diplomatic about it. He's like, no, there is no diplomacy. There is my way or the highway.
The reason this doesn't work. The reason dictators don't work throughout history, even when you get a great dictator that actually knows what they're doing and has some balance to them, is because what happens when Sasuke dies?
Yeah. Well, we don't yet know that he's gonna, you know, be a dictator. Everyone assumes he wants to rule the world and be a dictator.
Nobody's gonna follow him.
Specific plans yet.
Yeah, I mean,
nobody's gonna follow him.
But I see your argument, Steve. But I also see the same. There's the same problem with, you know, people who are peaceful and, you know, pacifists and stuff like that, and abdicate peace. Like, look at Naruto. He's the connection between the tailed beast and humans and shinobi. But what happens when something happens to Naruto?
Yeah.
So what you have to do is set up structures.
Yeah.
Where in actual democracy, where there is actually some. The power is diffused. I mean, you know. But wait a minute. But I want to make sure I connect to this.
Yeah.
But Elijah and James Spice, what you're saying though, is, and this is what happens throughout history, is what you have now is so dangerous. These weaponized bijous.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not, just going out and thinking they're going to do whatever, they're going to get captured. They're going to get used again.
Yeah.
And I could hear what you're saying is this is better than the chaos that would happen otherwise.
Yeah, like dealing with whoever gets a hold of the bee juice. Like if, let's say, everything's hunky dory and stuff like that, some entity is gonna be like, I'm gonna collect all the bee juice and start trouble because I have a problem with so and so. So or this particular situation is like it's just gonna be more little skirmishes about these. There's gonna be more trouble than it's worth. And I just like I said, like I was just saying, Sasuke's got some foresight, extreme foresight, but it's still foresight nonetheless.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
In the short term, like I said, in the short term, it's but this is just, I'm saying in the long term, this never works out.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and Sasuke, he goes from the bad to the gray. He's in the gray now, and he's going to go back. It's just like Kaguya. They're just going to be like, I am the law. That's
right.
but it is nice that we're seeing the flashback, the conversation that we've been waiting for, right?
The thing is, the ends don't
stage of the six-pack.
I just like how he just douses everybody's naivete. He's just like, you guys are so friggin' naive. I'm just gonna kill the Hokages because they're just gonna cause so much trouble and literally, if you think about it realistically, it's not gonna be like some little entity going after the Bijus. It's gonna be like secretly like one of the Kages planning this. Most likely the Stone Village because they're the ones who definitely want to gain more power. Every village has something to gain in recapturing, these Bijus and like developing them as weapons, just like a reset button for them. So they're like, oh boy, now we get to,
And
go ahead, Spice.
Here's the root issue, and I mentioned this the last time I was on here. The system is based on war. Okay, their livelihoods, the countries are based on war. So, so eventually, the way things are now, eventually, without a massive overhaul of their system, eventually one of the nations are going to say, our people are starving, and we need to, just like the Sand did in part 1, our people are starving, the military is being downsized, we're going to need to, start something.
Yeah, we're going to need to do something.
Let me throw this in here and see what you guys think of this. Do you remember the whole thing with Jiraiya when it was raining and he was under there and there was that guy with the puppeteer, the one that had the little baby puppet?
Yeah.
The one that had a knife? Mm-hmm. Remember the conversation that they had? And he was like, oh, war is going to be starting soon. And he was like, this is great. And Jiraiya's like, no, we don't want war. And he's like, hey, for people like you, you're living good. For people like me, like on the margin here,
right?
We're not making it. Until there's a war, people don't need my services.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is exactly what you guys are talking about. Now, for someone, I completely disagree with what Sasuke's doing, the dictator thing. I've just seen this stuff too much through history. But as much as I disagree with it, his personality, his motivation is completely. Would somebody stop whatever they're doing? You're making some noise.
Yeah, somebody's crackling. Something.
Yeah. Somebody's doing something here. But anyway, that he completely is the same character that we've seen all the way through. He's impatient.
Yeah,
he thinks
he's consistent.
He has the answer because he's like, I know the answer.
This is a repeat of his part 1 self. He's rejecting bonds, just like he rejected Naruto at both.
But it's funny because he tried to do this earlier. He tried to do it slightly earlier. He was trying to kill the Ten Tails when they first got to get back together with Seven. He's like, let it burn, He's like, just let it burn. Like, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna burn the whole thing down, and we don't have to worry about the tail beast at all. But Naruto stopped him again, and like he couldn't because they still had to complete. They still had way more things to deal with. So Sasuke let it slide.
And look where they are now.
Naruto didn't stop him though. The Jubi got rid of its flesh.
That too. So there was too many complications, but like if he could have done it there, he would have.
Yeah, but
so he like I agree with him. Like I totally agree with him from the get go. Of like I feel like at least destroy the nine-tailed beast. Like get rid of them in the story, and then that would make things at least a bit more on equal footing.
The problem is that the nine-tailed beasts aren't evil. And if they aren't evil, then the act of killing them is evil.
Yeah, it's not his problem, but they're the cause of a lot of destruction.
They're
and stuff
liability.
like that, so.
It doesn't matter if it's not his problem or not.
Okay, Okay,
and he doesn't know that. He doesn't know that they're not evil, by the way. Neither do the people. Sorry,
hold on. We can do more of this later. Sorry, I had to step back and come back. I'm completely
that's
out
true.
of.
We can
I don't even know. I don't even know what the. Yeah, I've lost track where the conversation is. But we're getting kind of past.
I didn't get a chance to say my piece on it.
We'll
let's
do that.
Do the predictions.
Okay, we'll do that at the. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, funny. Let's go ahead and get through to the chapter, and then we can go ahead and get done with that. Okay.
It's pretty.
All
good.
right, now we're on the. Yeah, let's go ahead and push through because we're not that far from being done. Page 15, and plus I have some stuff I have to do when I'm done with this. So, okay, page 15 is basically going to be more about what's going on. Will look good in the anime. So he's going to start. He's going to start sealing these guys up. They're starting to get, rock cocooned in there, sealed away.
Yeah.
Chibaku
Tensei, which is just crazy, like how he just adapted and learned all these moves. Like, I mean, I guess he learned it from the Sage of Six Path, but.
They don't call him a genius for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, finally somebody using a Rinnegan power who has the Rinnegan.
Yeah, exactly.
That was awesome.
So 9 rock balls in the air. Yeah, I'm almost done. Over the course of this war, I've gotten rather used to using the abilities of the Rinnegan. And now everyone who would have been in my way is gone. I love the timing of it. Don't you love the timing of this? They're all cocooned, right? It's just them, right? And all the other people, think about it. The Sage of the Sixth Path, all these other people are like drained of chakra. There's no one to get in his way, right?
Good
This
timing.
is beautiful timing. The timing's just, it's amazing. And then, of course, there's a page after this. And then the whole thing is Sage is like, so he didn't work out either. Entrusting just one of them with the power resulted in Indra and Ashra in the past, and entrusting both of them with the power now brings about the same results.
Yeah, so he tried. He tried something different. Didn't work.
But the brothers feud. I'm going to end it here. Okay, but like I said, the condition, which we've already discussed here, is that both their powers are needed. So, okay, so Michael, you said you wanted to go ahead and say something to start us off?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's just like part 1 all over again. Sasuke is rejecting bonds. Naruto has made bonds with the worlds. He's made bonds with the Biju. He's, ready to bring the world into a new era, and Sasuke doesn't want that. Sasuke says, no, friendship, it's weak, it's stagnant, it's in the past. We have to destroy and rebuild everything again. It's the exact same philosophy from part 1. And I like that because I like how Kishimoto is using the same theme, staying true to Sasuke's character, which is good. That I like. As for Sasuke's, way, like, you can't use evil actions and then produce a good world. It doesn't work. Obito should have showed you that. That's what Obito was trying to do. He was trying to use evil actions in order to make a good world, and it doesn't work. And,
I feel like I just feel like Sasuke is smarter than that. I don't know why. Like, I think he just comes off as like a smart character opposed to like all the other, people that they've gone up against. Even Madara and stuff like that. Like, I guess Madara and Obito were more stubborn, but Sasuke definitely seems
let NW Order finish. Go ahead.
The fact is that Sasuke, in the minds of everybody, is a criminal. He is, he's a criminal, and they don't trust him, but they love Naruto and they trust Naruto. If Sasuke were to say kill Naruto, the entire world would be against him, and it would be a war. It would be, first of all, be a world filled with fear, and fear would lead to anger. Anger would lead to war between everybody. Everybody would be fighting. Sasuke wouldn't be able to stop that. No way. And then, I mean, I'll admit that, that Naruto is very ideal, his solution or whatever. And, probably in the real world, it wouldn't work out that way, where everybody would just hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and everything be over with. But, both of them, no matter which choice is made, no matter who wins, both of them can't keep this up forever unless they become immortal and have the love of the people.
I kind of like the way the Shinobi world was. The only person that shook it up was Madara and like the Akatsuki. They had this whole kind of modern day. The way we deal with it is like with nuclear weapons. Is they had mutual assured destruction. I believe it's something similar to that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is.
Where
It's
they
called mad.
everybody's got
Yeah.
everybody's got nukes or everybody's got Bijus, and that's the way the first set it up, is everybody's got nukes, everybody's got Bijus. So if anybody tries anything, then
They're
everybody.
in check. Everybody's in
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, so I think it was fine the way it was initially. It's just that Akatsuki shook it up, and the whole thing of like having like they explained it before. The Akatsuki, they're well trained, and you need to. It costs more money to train like a new soldier than just have an elite force go and do it.
I mean,
so
hold on. Let me go ahead and move this around a little bit more, and then we'll get to predictions. Life in the boot. Was there something you were wanting to say, or?
Oh no, I'm just listening right now.
Okay, Sean. Sean, is there anything you want to throw in?
I guess I like that last page when they had the Bijus and the rocks that's in the air, and then you see the cut down tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the artwork of that.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the bit when Naruto is like, "No, the brothers' feud is. I'm going to end it here," like that. Like he says it like slowly. He's like focused on what he wants to do. So.
I
Did you even hear him say believe it?
I was gonna say that like in Sasuke's mind, as everything that's been happening when he had to talk with Hashirama and Tobirama of how the shinobi system worked.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
That's probably when he made his decision. It's like, man, nothing has changed. That was like his. Like he just made up his mind. It's like, I'm just gonna kill all these. Hokage are retarded, or Kages are dumb.
Yeah, he's pretty much crossing that ever-ending loop.
Yeah.
Of the shinobi system. So I guess that's his revolution, even though it wasn't explained in the
but if you think about it, he's trying to do the. If you want to think of it, like he's kind of like he doesn't have the same. I guess he doesn't have the same like good heart or goodwill as the first Hokage, but the first Hokage definitely did revolutionize the shinobi system by creating the villages and stuff like that. And organizing it. So I would definitely see it as something more like that. But this is just way more drastic.
He's got several things in his mind. First, in his mind, he has that Itachi wanted to protect Konoha. So now in his mind, he's thinking, I'll make Konoha, then I can protect it because it's the Konoha that I want to protect.
Yeah.
The second thing he has in his mind is the first Hokage told him that he wanted Madara to be Hokage. So now in his mind he's saying, and Uchiha should be Hokage. That would bring peace. Then the other thing he has in his mind is that I feel where I was going to go with it, but basically, Sasuke has all these different ideologies from everybody that are driving him to do what he's doing right now. Yet, I don't really think you can even call it. He made the decision or whatever, but he's been influenced by so many different people. It goes back to when Itachi told Naruto that he's pure and that you can color him, whichever way. And his actions right now are a result of what people have put into him. So, that's what he thinks. He'll restart everything. He'll be the Uchiha in charge. He'll create a new Konoha to uphold Itachi's ideals, and that everything's going to be fine. But what he don't understand, what Sasuke has never understood, is that power is not enough. Power is not enough to make might does not make right, and he needs the will of the people. He needs people to support him. He needs a democracy, I guess, to say. Otherwise, it's just not going to work out.
He's pretty much.
You think Sasuke is going to make it out of this fight?
I was getting ready to go to you, James. So that's well. Here's the conditions. They both have to be alive, right? So what kind of deal are they going to have to make? Are they going to make the deal? Is it going to be like, you know what, Sasuke, you're in charge of the village? Everybody gets woke up and they go, guess what? Your new Hokage is Sasuke.
Hey, he has to get talking no jutsu.
I'm thinking they're going to go HXH, and one of them going to say you must make me, don't kill me, but you must make me admit defeat, and we'll dispel the jutsu.
I don't know if it's going to be that civil. I think what's going to happen, like I guess as far as predictions are concerned, I talked to my brother about this, and I am so not looking forward to this fight between them. Like before earlier on, yes, definitely, but just the way their powers are now, like I feel like I'm just not going to understand what's happening, and they're going to be able to pull off whatever they want, and I'm just not going to get a proper explanation, or I'm not going to feel any gravity to it. Like, it's not going to be the same as when they first fought. It's not going to be like a fist fight and them using, the techniques that they learned. It's just going to be like, I'm going to Sasuke's got the ability to teleport. He's got the Rinnegan now, and Naruto's got all these Shades abilities. I feel like the battle is just going to be very not fun to watch, or
how many chapters?
Review.
What about 15 chapters?
Yeah.
Something like that?
I'm thinking about 35, 40.
35,
No way. It's going to end at 700 for sure. 700's the last chapter.
For it at 700, the fight has to deal with the TNJ.
Well, you know what they say about top-notch ninjas, huh? They don't fight all day. It's basically.
It's gonna be like
the fight itself is gonna take like 3 chapters, three or 4 chapters, and then 3 chapters of resolution, and then it's gonna be over. There's gonna be a time skip, and then that's it, and then you're gonna have to rely on the movie.
I wouldn't say 3 or 4 chapters. I'd say more along the lines of 7 to 10 chapters on the fight.
So how long was the part 1 fight?
Okay, James Spice, go ahead.
No, I was agreeing that I think the fight, if the fight does start next week, which I have my doubts about, but if it does start, I don't think an epic fight like that, 3 chapters, 7 to 10 chapters, and then the talk in Ninshu world.
Well, think about it. There's not much else going on. These kind of there's nobody to pan out to. Everybody's stuck in this illusion. There's no one else to look at or to interrupt the battle. It's going to be uninterrupted action and maybe some dialogue in between that action.
Yeah, and Kakashi and Sakura, they'll be the announcers.
And they're just going to be like, wow, this is a crazy fight, and they're just gonna,
they're like the fans with the best seats in the world, aren't they?
I actually predicted this a long time ago.
The cheap thing they could do is just have them fight, and then half the chapter would be flashbacks of them having arguments and something like that. But I'm not looking forward to this fight at all. Maybe in the anime, maybe, but I feel like it's still going to be I'm teleporting everywhere. This is a Dragon Ball Z battle. This is not really a ninja battle at all. So.
Well, I have a question. So everyone believes that the fight's going to start next chapter. We saw in the flashback between Indra and Ashura, we saw that Ashura had that 2-face forearm beast mode look. Have the conditions been met for Naruto to display that ability?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that's why I have my doubts that the fight will start next week, because because I'm thinking, okay, so maybe Naruto, having made peace with the beast and whatever, if he can somehow get release the beast and get their the entirety of their chakra, then he can display that mode. But something has to lead up to it for him to meet those conditions, doesn't it?
Oh,
yeah, he's gotta be more conditions first.
Kakashi had a perfect Sano just off the bat, so.
No, he can't do that.
Yeah, that's also true.
Just imagine.
Wait a minute, Michael, go ahead.
No, so just imagine that Naruto, tricks Sasuke, and he leaves behind 6 or 9 clones of Sage Mode clones, and they all break the Bijus out of those Chibaku Tenseis. That'd be pretty sick. Just distracting Sasuke and do that.
James, go ahead.
That would be cool.
Can you imagine if Naruto was actually holding back during the fight with Kaguya, so he can give Sasuke a chance to get in and get some action in?
Nah, I don't think he's like a Goku type character like that. I think
he is.
But then again, I did talk to my brother about this, and he's like, well, they're not gonna have any chakra. It's gonna boil down to a fist fight, maybe. It's like, no, man, they all work together. They didn't really stress themselves out that much to beat Kaguya.
Yeah, but
they didn't stress themselves.
The world's most unpredictable ninja is Naruto. He's got something.
Yeah.
He's gonna have something.
But I feel like if he gets beat with if Sasuke gets beat by the
Kage Bunshin Sengon combo.
Yeah, with the Rasenga that takes away like all your chakra using ability, that's going to be the second time it actually works and actually has the second ability of taking away your ability to use chakra and closing up your chakra pores. Because it's only worked one time, the first time you used it against Hidan. Because all the other times he hit somebody with it and then like they're still able to like fold and mold chakra, and stuff.
This is my hope. My hope is that for the first time during the final fight for Naruto, we get to see him go all out without having to depend on any tail beast chakra, because
that's definitely going to happen. But he's got access to Sage Mode and he's got access to the Shades of Sixth Path abilities, so it's not going to be like him by himself. He's going to be they're powered up, they're boosted up to a point where it's just like it might not be fun. That's what I feel like.
We don't know what Sasuke can do though.
Wait a minute. The condition for, as I see it, for Naruto to win is what Jam Spice was saying, is freeing the tailed Bijus, right? So in reality, Sasuke is the one that's up against the clock.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Naruto frees him, then he's too powerful for Sasuke.
But I definitely
I don't know.
Then again, like Sasuke has the ability to teleport anywhere he looks. Like it's just gonna be.
It's in a certain distance. Don't get it,
Yeah, he does have a range on it. Limits. Yeah.
Plus, you got to replace his body with something that's like a speck of dust.
Plus, it's not just the chakra. It would literally be 10 against 1 at that point.
Yeah. So, but you remember,
whenever
could fight until a standstill. And one of them didn't have any tail beasts to deal with. So.
But then, I'm also thinking, well, what if, okay, so Sasuke can control the beast with his eyes, right?
Right.
So even if Naruto manages to free them, will he be able to release his
them from the control of the, of the Rinnegan? Because he did the same thing with Obito, where he unchained them like by connecting with them and stuff like that. But it still seemed like a very long process and stuff like that. So I feel like the tail beasts are definitely not going to be in the equation. It's just going to be a fight between them, and his goal is to free the tail beast, and the obstacle is Sasuke. So
I feel like if Sasuke could control them, like to fight against Naruto, then why didn't he? Why did he?
Yeah, I think he's got a different goal for the tail beast.
Well, I don't think that he has the power to control them and fight someone. Because I think Naruto would end up winning that struggle.
Yeah, because Obito had a problem with that as well. Remember, he couldn't control all the tail beasts and then use the Rinnegan at the same time. So I think Sasuke's being smart and just keeping them held up and sealed away.
Well, Obito never used his Rinnegan, so he didn't need to control the tail beast.
So anyway, what we know, Michael, just a second. What we know is the condition is it seems to be is that he can free the Bijus, because once Naruto does that, he's going to win, and that they can't kill each other. But like I say, so these are the conditions. So how what's the resolution, Michael?
What do you mean the resolution?
Well, I mean, or whatever you're going to say. You're going to say something. You can just go with that. But I mean, I am with those conditions. I'm just going to, asking. I don't know what you were. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, Sasuke. Sasuke has to, really rush down Naruto because Naruto has more power than he does. He's got to depend on his eye techniques, and he's got to depend on, pretty much getting Naruto in the week, by surprise. But Naruto, when you fight Naruto, it's always, 5 against 1, 10 against 1, whatever, because Naruto just makes infinite shadow clones. And what Sasuke doesn't know is that every shadow clone can now become QB mode, can become Sage mode. So, it's going to be a really tough fight if, Kishi stays true to Naruto's current power level. Because
wait a minute, let me piggyback on there. He can make those wood clones too now, right? Just like he did when he was fighting Kaguya, because you don't just hit them and they disappear anymore. These things are tough.
Yeah.
Right.
Naruto made a wood clone?
Well, that's what I took it as. Remember, it shattered.
It was a durable clone that melted instead of just going poof and they got stabbed with her hair or the.
So whether it's Exactly. So whether it's technically wood or not, it's solid. It's something that isn't just
they're strong.
I would definitely say that as far as I think a thing we have to take into consideration is that Naruto has been fighting way longer than Sasuke has. Sasuke just came in basically at the tail end of this battle, and probably has more in reserve than Naruto does. Disconnected from like all his other power sources. So it's definitely going to
This
be a
is
tough battle.
Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto has
It doesn't
full
matter,
energy.
to tell you the truth.
Yeah, he has full energy. Trust me. Look at the last page. He just takes a breath. He's like, "Let's go." He's ready to go at any time. He's got full chakra.
Yeah.
That's one thing Keisha should have did. Like, have fatigue. I think he took that one little break, like 20 seconds. Fighting Itachi in pain when he couldn't use his Tail Beast mode. But after that, seems like he's pretty much had that mode pretty much the whole war.
Well, Sage mode actually heals fatigue.
Yeah, it does.
So if he goes in Sage mode, he can recover all his fatigue from that. It doesn't heal chakra, but it heals fatigue. So.
But yeah, I mean that's just my I just feel like the fight might not be that fun. I'm not sure. Maybe he's got like a lot of like creative things he wants to do for this, and I'm still looking forward to it though. But I'm still totally on Sasuke's side here, and I like to see what coincides with the. I want to see the resolution, especially with like the overarching world with how the. I mean, I feel like if Naruto ends, it's gonna end with like a Hokage summit or a Kage summit where they just decide what's going to happen. That definitely is something I need to see.
I don't think the end is going to be neat, personally, because the world can't necessarily survive with Naruto's vision of it, or nor can it survive with Sasuke. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
So, because I mean, they tried it with the predecessor with Hashi's. Just vision of the world going forth, it didn't work out too well. Mama's vision of the world, it wouldn't work out too well.
I think if you think about it, the undercurrent of all the conflicts are based on Madara still being alive and messing with everything. I wouldn't say the third Ninja War, but the whole everything after that was definitely Madara's doing, and like with the dealings with the Akatsuki and stuff like that. So they've definitely eliminated that element and Kage. So I think there's definitely more room for a peaceful resolution than anything else.
Well, there has to be.
It can't be on Naruto though.
I still agree with Sasuke though.
Yeah, I think first of all, to end the cycle between Ashura and Indra, I think it's absolutely necessary for Sasuke to be talk no jutsu, because what's stopping Indra's spirit from jumping to someone else's? Now, in the past, people have said, well, Sasuke is the last Uchiha, so if Naruto kills him, then there's no other Uchihas for him to jump to. But as we see, nothing is a hard and fast rule. The other thing is that, God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Naruto made that vow that he was gonna find a way to tame Sasuke without killing him. So is Naruto gonna have to break the promise he made to himself and to Itachi? That he's not gonna be the loser who loses to him, and he's not gonna be the one who killed him. So I don't see any way out of this other than talk no jutsu. And I wouldn't mind talking no jutsu, because I would like to see the both of them finally work together.
Yeah, I have to agree with Jan. I'm about to give you, if I could, I'd give you a high five. Because I mean, the point of the whole manga is being that violence is not solving issue. Is to solve problems. Right. And for the end,
try to break the chain, right?
Right.
Yeah, and for the end, when Naruto just finally whoops Sasuke's behind proper, or Sasuke beats Naruto in the submission, that doesn't match the overarching issue of the entire series. It's all about friendship and home and boy love.
Could have done with that, but yeah, okay.
It's about bonds. The series
is about bonds.
And Naruto accepts bonds and enforces bonds, and Sasuke breaks them and disregards them. So now Sasuke has to be made.
That's the thing was about ninjas.
So Sasuke has to be made to see the truth now, and Naruto is gonna break every bone in his body if he has to in order to make him see the truth.
Yeah, and I think also Sasuke needs an opportunity to release all of that hate, that hurt, that anger, that angst that he's been carrying. And Naruto said he'll be the one to, carry the burden of his hate.
Yeah.
So, the battle is going to probably be like a 24-hour battle, like between Hashirama and Madara.
Or
And,
Naruto and Gaara.
right, or that. And, let him release it and then make peace. And hopefully Naruto will, of course we expect people to try to reject Sasuke, but hopefully Naruto will fix Hashirama's mistake and say, listen, I know how you feel, but I'm keeping him around. I believe in him, so believe in me as I believe in him, and blah blah blah.
I mean, that would kind of repeat the cycle, wouldn't it? I mean, I think I definitely feel like Sasuke, like the way the story is gonna end, Sasuke is gonna perish. Like that's basically what's gonna happen.
Man, no,
If he can't, they can't release everybody.
Yeah,
He dies and they can't release everybody.
Yeah.
Naruto's chakras in everybody now. They all got love for Sasuke.
I mean, I agree with Sasuke, but in the end, the story's not gonna allow him to go through with what he wants to do. Like the Kages are gonna remain alive. Like nothing's gonna happen to them. Like I definitely feel like it's just like a, it's to build suspense, but at the same time, it's just like yeah, he's gonna
change
die.
his mind again.
Yeah.
You know what they could do? What they could do is they could make like the one who's dying, either Sasuke or Naruto. It better be Sasuke or not Naruto, but that one holds out their hand, and the other one like takes the symbol from
the finger thing.
Yeah. And then they inherit the other seal, and so the sun and the moon is on one person like it was with the sage, and then they could undo the infinite Tsukiyomi by themselves. But I mean, I really don't think that this is going to end without Sasuke being redeemed. But I would love if like Sasuke died and said like I'll take the darkness of the world with me, and like
that would be nice.
leave it to you. That'd be really sweet. That'd be really cool.
That would be nice.
But I'm still seeing a friendship ending where they both work together to recreate the world.
They work together. We got the friendship battle together. This is time for them to work out their differences, and for it's time for one of them to go. It's gonna be Sasuke though, because this manga is called Naruto, so
Plus the movie.
Sasuke.
Okay, do we need a round where everybody does predictions, or are we already there? We want to do that? Does anybody have predictions they want to make separate from what they've already said, or?
I want to make out a few points. Regarding to Naruto using the Tail Beast, he already has chakra from all the Tail Beast already, because the sage already stated that. So I see it as he's gonna use some chakra jutsu to free the Bijus. But I'm seeing this fight as a prediction as like a tie. Like they fought like their hardest to a point. Like they can't beat each other. Like they two equally matched with each other, and then that's when they have their resolution of how to settle their own shinobi system.
I like that. I can see that.
Because I guess Jam Spice brought this up when the two brothers did some type of monster jutsu with each other. One of them was a Susanoo, and the other one was like having all the tail beasts perfectly.
Yeah, the two-faced travel for Kurama.
Yeah, one of them was a Susanoo, and the other one, remember how Naruto turns into that beast transformation? It looked like exactly like that, but with two legs. It has the symbols. I'm seeing both of them go to do that. Naruto has all the chakra of the tail beast, so he probably go turn into that entity.
But can Sasuke beat something like that? Because you remember his Susanoo was hitting Kaguya, and he was getting knocked,
Yeah, but I think Sasuke was still testing his power. Sasuke is a genius. You guys are underestimating him.
Yeah, no, he hit Kaguya with all his might, and he still didn't know.
We don't know that he did. We now know he was getting used to the eye, right? Sasuke was testing the waters, and he probably knew that Naruto could handle it. Sasuke was holding back.
Yeah,
No,
like
I remember
I
Kishimoto is
agree
gonna
with that.
set up
Sasuke, he never.
so Sasuke knew he was gonna come back from another dimension.
Okay.
While he was in the desert.
I definitely think
Sasuke was
that.
dead to rights.
I agree. Sasuke
Yeah.
is a very smart fighter. He never fights with like full
Oh,
force
boy.
or like
He
full
always
brute
had
force or
something up his
anything.
sleeve.
He always uses his opponent's, force against them, like always,
Exactly.
usually. Like he's very cunning that way. So I can't wait to see. Like I'm pretty sure he's got like a counter to whatever Naruto like is gonna do. Plus he's already got his
Absolutely.
own set of like very clever tools. Like the Rinnegan is a very you have to be smart to use it. You can use the Rinnegan dumb like everybody else has. I'm definitely interested in seeing what Sasuke does.
Oh, Sasuke has always been innovative. He's taken the Chidori to heights beyond what Kakashi has, and he's going to take the Rinnegan to heights beyond what even Kaguya has.
So you know what y'all guys just
Sasuke.
admitted right now.
There's a lot of Sasuke love out here right now.
I like
wearing Sasuke jerseys on right
You know what? I like the way Sasuke fights. He's like one of the few characters that still doesn't like just overpower his opponents. Like he still uses his brains to fight. Like the original earlier fights in Naruto. Like it wasn't just like my attack is gonna just overpower your attack. It was more like a thinking type of battle with Naruto. And that's what I appreciate.
There's only one Uchiha I could see that if right now that could win this, and that's Itachi. Itachi's the only one clever enough to actually have everything planned out and figured out in advance. Sasuke's no Itachi. I'm not taking anything away from Sasuke. It's just you guys are not. Naruto's ridiculous in his powerful. It should be an entertaining fight. That's why we're all here.
I'm pretty sure. Like I think every time Sasuke has a countermeasure, even when they first, like, if you think back to the early chapters of like Shippuden or the second part of Naruto, like when they first go to get captured Sasuke back, he already cancels out the Nine Tails abilities right away, when Naruto shows up. So he knew right away what his capabilities were and how to keep Naruto from being a huge problem. So there's going to be a lot of that. Like, I mean, it might come down to like just a fist fight, like just them punching each other out, because they just might cancel each other out so much that all they can do is punch each other. So
you know what y'all guys admitted just now with Sasuke, huh? That he needed to see Naruto's attacks, because I'm pretty sure he knows that Naruto's stronger than him.
Come on.
Y'all just admitted that he probably was holding back, looking at Naruto's attacks, fighting Kaguya. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure they probably say something like that, because Naruto's stronger than him.
He doesn't know that Naruto has the Krakataz.
I feel like just for my prediction, I feel like right away Sasuke is gonna explain all of Naruto's abilities.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
In the very whenever they start fighting, it's like I know exactly how your ability works, and they're gonna spend like maybe one page explaining all of Naruto's new abilities, and it's all gonna come from Sasuke from all his observations.
Yeah, and if Sasuke observes.
And then Naruto would just smile and said,
"Yeah, I don't care if you know
nothing."
No, Naruto's gonna say, "I've been working on that jutsu just for you."
Yeah, or he'll just surprise him with all his tactics. Naruto's crazy.
Sasuke's biggest weakness is his arrogance. It's just like Madara and all the rest of them, and that's what gets him. He's like, I don't need you guys, and the next thing you know, there's Sakura. There's Sakura. Yeah, let me save you, Sasuke.
A line you always hear from him is, "I didn't expect for him to be this strong. I didn't expect for him to be this strong." So that's definitely an issue with Sasuke.
This fight is gonna go down to Sasuke being smart and being a genius, and Naruto being the clever,
predictable and tricky.
Unpredictable.
Right.
So I see it like this: no matter how smart you is, you can't outsmart somebody that can be unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, this is how the fight should start. Sasuke should chuck a bunch of shurikens at Naruto, and then Naruto knocks them away with wind chakra, and then one of the shurikens is now Sasuke because he teleports in, and then Sasuke goes for a sword strike, and Naruto blocks it with his Sage Mode arm, and then Sasuke gets knocked back. And what the
whole place?
Yeah, that's how it should be. It should be an epic fight like that.
I liked it. I was visualizing it. I was enjoying it.
It should get going.
Hey, I would have liked it.
Then as Sasuke is flying back
Oh
from
dear.
being knocked back from Naruto, he uses a katan, and then Naruto jumps out of the way of the katan, and then Sasuke uses like
Where
Raikiri
did
from
you get
the
all
air.
the weapons from?
What's
Let
that?
him carry on.
Alright.
I'm just saying that's the kind of fight it should be, like an epic fight where they showcase their skills. And then if it does get to a point where they're not getting anywhere, then that's where like Sasuke or Naruto needs to like bring out something like, whoa, what's this? You know?
Hey, that would be a great opening, though. I don't want to see them, Sasano and, Tail Beast Mode off the bat.
Yeah.
Can I throw? Let me throw. Hold on, Sean. Before we get to you, can I throw in something? What is Sakura and Kakashi gonna do? Is this really once again then just be fans?
They're gonna cuddle.
Oh yeah, I know what's gonna happen.
They're gonna be making out on the sideline or something.
Oh, actually, Steve, I have the answer for you.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You ever seen a movie called 300?
Yes.
They're going to be on the sidelines telling the story just like the one-eyed guy.
Oh, they'll be the ones. Yes, I saw the story. Sakura's gonna get a deep voice. Yeah, I was there. Killed each other. It was a big battle.
The most epic battle.
Yeah, most epic battle. Sean, something you want to say?
I was gonna say this. I was gonna add on to what Michael was saying. You remember when Naruto and Pain fought? You noticed that there were different levels to how they was fighting. Like they had like Naruto and then the six the Pains, and then it went on from the QB, and then like it was different levels. Like I'm seeing as the way how Michael explained it, it's gonna be different levels to their fight, and I'm seeing it as like a longer fight. I'm thinking like 9 to 12 chapters.
I want to get everybody on that. You're saying 9 to 12. Jam Spice, you're saying 7 to 10. I'm saying I like the idea of about 15 chapters. NW Order, have you said how many chapters you're guessing, or do you want to?
Yeah, I said at first 7 to 10, my guess.
7 to 10 also. Life in the Boot.
I just hope it ends at 700. Like if he give us some extra pages, 35 pages, I doubt it, but it would be nice.
Okay, James, any guess? You want to make a guess how many more chapters? Or roughly
I
guess?
had to guess. I'm going to go 15 to 30 chapters.
Okay.
They're going Dragon Ball Z.
That is way too long for the
30, yeah.
We got a good 8 chapters. 4 for the battle, 4 for resolution, maybe a bit more.
Hey, some of those Yu Yu Hakusho battles, man, were pretty long in the tournament. So, so Elijah, I think you've already said. I don't remember what.
I'm going with the even number 700. You know, 700, maybe 707. That's a nice number too.
Are you hedging? Are you hedging a little bit there? It's a solid 700. But if it's not, then it'd be a solid
707. That's 15 chapters. Like
between 700 and 707, or a little over, maybe a little under. It's going to be.
Like Keisha needed the smallest, like with a 50-page ending or something like that.
Yeah.
We never had that.
But after the fight, you gotta factor in. You still have to describe the world afterwards. You can't do all that in one prologue chapter.
That's what the movie for.
But I wonder about that movie. Like, why would they produce a movie pretty much full of spoilers when the anime hasn't caught up yet?
Well,
because it won't be the last movie.
The movie doesn't come out till December, and we're not going to see it for another year afterwards because it's going to be it's got to come out on DVD, so we won't see it till at least the anime and the manga are going to be far from over by the time we even get a chance to see the movie.
Well, you know how we look at it, so.
Yeah.
Wait, huh? Wait, I don't get it. Because don't the anime fans also, keep up with Shippuden movies?
Not legally.
Right, yeah, but the thing is
how we're watching it illegally right now. What you talking about?
The movie, the Last Order movie, I think that's the name of the movie, Last Order. It doesn't come out till like December, right? So and then we're not going to see it until the DVDs come out, and somehow we get a copy of it, online or something like that.
How we watching the manga right now then?
Okay, Life in the Boot. Too much honesty. Too much honesty. Right?
Come on, you gotta let them.
No, we gotta get back within lie mode here. We can't have it with honest.
Oh, I can't wait for 1688 to come out on Amazon. No, so I can finally read it.
No, I mean, I was just talking about the movie. I mean, I know we're gonna see like the manga and stuff like that and the anime and stuff, but I mean, the movie itself is going to be spoiled because we're not gonna see it till like next year.
So
I
you're
wonder
talking
how
about
we're gonna watch it. Is that the only way? I wonder.
I don't know.
Are you talking about the U.S.?
All right. Well,
No, I mean,
let's
I mean, the DVD is gonna come out in Japan, and somebody's gonna make a copy or a rip of that.
No,
and then
I'm bound.
There's not gonna be like a cam rip of it.
Okay, we're into too much in the whole.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap this. We're gonna wrap this up here in a little bit. Now, is there anything else Naruto-wise? Because we've had a great chat. You guys have been awesome. We've had a great chat in here.
Well,
is there anything?
the manga got more interesting. So.
Oh, there we go. The honesty, and it brings people back, and people get excited. It's just true. See that honesty we can have. That's good.
I mean, think about it. I mean, when Neji died, that was a big thing. So everybody, you know.
Oh yeah, that is the only character who died in the war.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Which is still pretty, burns my chaps, and then they make jokes about it like, less than like 50 chapters later.
Who was it? Was it a 10-10 made a joke?
Yeah,
or something?
10-10 made the joke.
It was like 10-10 of all characters. You're hated 10-10. It's like you don't need to get no more hate than you already have.
Exactly.
Oh, well,
like
Neji.
10-10's useless and makes bad jokes.
Oh my God.
Makes jokes in bad taste.
Yeah, let's cover the ninja tools because those are going to definitely be important later on. So we'll give her the ninja tools. Yeah, that's another thing.
What if they seal Sasuke?
Oh dear, why would they do that? They could just kill him.
That would be Naruto's loophole. He didn't kill him; he just sealed him.
Sealed him out. Just got his arm. He just got his hand sticking out of the rocks and everything. It's all I need, Sasuke's arm. Sorry.
Yeah, he still needs Rinnegan too. Right. That's the major thing about Sasuke. He actually need two things from him. He has to willingly, Oh, what you said?
I think he just needs a symbol. I mean, was it Gaara had that one guy sealed in a pyramid with his head sticking out? So I guess they could seal him with just his hand sticking.
But his Rinnegan got to deactivate Infinite Tsukiyomi Yasa.
It's got to be that. Are you sure? Okay.
Didn't the sage say it too? That they got
he said all their powers combined. Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Do you think Naruto's gonna have to end up killing Sasuke?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sasuke ain't gonna live long enough.
Naruto made a vow.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
He never goes back on his word.
He goes, okay, Sakura, go ahead and transplant those eyes into Kakashi, and I'm going to cut his arm off. And I'm going hardcore. This is Dark Knight Naruto, and we're going to...
I don't know.
Sorry, Sasuke, it's going to be rough on you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, Steve. He didn't actually say the Rinnegan, but I assumed it.
I just can't see Sasuke becoming Hokage.
Yeah,
and actually,
he's gonna become dead.
I can't see Sasuke becoming Hokage of an existing nation. No.
And just I don't see Naruto letting him kill all the Biju either.
But I think you know what? I think we're all forgetting like one like unique thing that apparently they found something that would let them rule the world somehow. Remember? They found that in one of the old Uchiha tombs. Him, Orochimaru, and like his whole Hibi group is like, with this we could rule the world or whatever. So I'm pretty sure.
Well, you better hope that wasn't some Black Zetsu Wikipedia thing.
No, that was actually in the.
I'll mess with these guys even more. I get this Uchiha do anything I want.
Yeah.
I thought those were the instructions to revive the Hokage.
Oh, you mean to reverse the? No, I don't think
so.
That might be it, but I feel like it's something else. Like Sasuke's been holding back on it for a while because like notice like his whole his whole team, even though they're captured right now, like they did like I think I have an idea of what's gonna happen. I think Sasuke's got a big trump card that isn't like technically like for battle, but it is like something that he can hold up and be like, hey. Don't touch me or whatever because I'll focus on you guys.
So you think Sasuke right now is equal to the Joker and Batman Begins? Like you said, you think I'm going to hand the entire fate of the world on a single fist fight?
I didn't see that movie.
It was Heath Ledger's final movie. He was the perfect Joker. But they were saying he wasn't going to hinge the fate of all his plans on a single fist fight.
Well, that makes sense, and it sounds like Sasuke.
Yeah. So if he has the scroll with the right words on it, he might go ahead and he can lose a fist fight, get maimed or whatever.
Yeah, and and another thing though, knowing that no one would accept him as Hokage and forget what he did before any of the Sage stuff happened, he said, "I'm going to be Hokage," and Shikamaru said, "We won't forgive you," and he was like, "I figured that, but I don't care." He's not stupid. He does have a trump card somewhere that's outside of the whole Rinnegan
that will just make him accept him. Something. I mean, he's already got the Sharingan, and like he can control the Bijus, and he's got the Rinnegan, but he's got to contest with Naruto. But I feel like there's something, like I said, that's not like purely a battle, purely for battle type of technique that you can use that'll. Definitely,
we just like with
Sasuke. So I can't wait to see what the revelation is, because I do like seeing Sasuke in combat, because he's I like seeing all Sasuke's fight. Like he's like the last bastion of like smart fighting in Naruto.
Yep. What about Naruto? Well, his fights are really smart too.
Wait a minute, did somebody use the H word? Hostages? Sakura and Kakashi would be hostages?
Oh wow! I don't think he would stoop that low, but I think
he would.
You know what? I do not.
Whack him right straight up.
You know what? I would be so happy if he like stabbed Sakura or something.
Wow. She been through another thing.
Sakura.
She still got the googly eyes for him. So I'm just sitting there like, come on. You're not even on the same Sakura. He's gonna stab you without a second thought.
You're still calling him Kun when he just said he's gonna kill your master.
Just like he stabbed Corinne.
Well, she deserved it, but you were cold.
Oh boy.
Hey, let Tommy speak real quick.
But I mean, that was so convenient. It's like, oh, you're lucky that I have like super recovery abilities, and like like so convenient. Like if that was any other characters, like she would hate Sasuke forever. But it's just like, no, I have super healing abilities. It's okay.
If she's a psycho.
Well, she's kind of a masochist too.
Yeah.
She's getting bit and everything. Let's just be honest. Kind of getting the whole area there with.
She definitely wants Sasuke to stab her again.
Yeah.
But I would definitely like to see a revival of the Uchiha clan, if that happens. If Sasuke doesn't die, but he's going to, so,
Ew.
No,
thinking when he's gonna be revived. Ew.
Well, Sasuke's children.
But I mean, there has to be a revival.
I mean, a revival of the Uchiha clan, like,
What, all Sasuke kids getting it on together?
No, I won't. No, I mean, I think it spreads more easily, like the Sharingas. So I think you could like have somebody who's not a Sharinga user with somebody who is a Sharinga user, and like have a baby with a Sharinga.
You got to think about the overall wrong done to the Uchihas throughout the entire series. I mean, they just can't all end with the last 3 good ones dying in violent deaths. It's too much,
Yeah.
And they'll be all Sasuke's, and you'll know it.
Well, this is Kishimoto's opportunity to completely redeem himself in this battle here. I mean, if he pulls this off pretty good, hopefully he will, then I think we'll all be satisfied. We'll have a nice ending, and it'll be the end of a long ride. It's been a long ride with Naruto, right?
He's got to make up for the Kaguya debacle.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
Well, see, that's actually a good thing. I mean, if you think of it this way, right? Considering the low we've had with the Kaguya battle, it's just really up, right? I mean, you're getting a nice bounce. Oh, look how excited everybody is now that it's over. So it could end very well for him.
I want the Kaguya fight to go longer. I'm just happy we had a chat with Obito.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
The Kaguya thing, okay. Of course, we didn't enjoy the Kaguya fight, right? But I can't imagine that Kishi would just do something that, from my point of view, was just so pointless, and it didn't really advance the story in any way. We didn't learn anything new. So I mean, could there be more to come? Could there be a part 3? Because I mean, Kishi has his flaws, but there's no way he's this bad that he would just throw in a completely pointless enemy and defeat her in such a lackluster way. And it
I've,
like that for no reason.
Honestly, I've seen more disappointing endings and more unfulfilled shonen endings. So I'd be totally, I can totally see him just ending it with like one splash panel of this is the future, and it's just like a whole bunch of new generation of kids and stuff like that. And it's like, and then the story's over, and then the rest is left up to the fans and their imagination. Like a lot of people ended out, A lot of things.
This is the first manga that I've been following, so I don't know what to expect. Oh my god, I can't believe he'd do that. That's awful.
I mean, it happens a lot with like a lot of series. So I mean, don't be surprised if it's just like he leaves it open ended. Like,
I think Naruto too big to actually.
Just think Lost.
It's so pointless. I didn't watch Lost.
Gosh.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys need a pat on the back for watching that.
Dang, James, at least we watch the same stuff. We get the same references back and forth. But that actually drives to a good point. Is how is now Elijah, you watch a lot of anime, dude. A lot of anime.
What is that?
So not an insult or anything. I'm just saying I only watch a small amount. Okay, you watch a lot. You definitely know way more about anime and everything than I do. So the normal way to end these, you're saying, I mean, we're gonna get it's gonna be all of a sudden next week is the last chapter. Is that gonna be the only warning we're gonna get, or what?
No, I mean they're gonna end it like evenly in balance, but like as far as like a super resolution to what's happening within the world, it's definitely gonna be like super open ended. Like it's just gonna be like, here's a splash panel, a big, large picture of like all the next generation, and maybe some, the characters now older in the background, kind of thing, and then boom, that'll be the last thing you see in Naruto, and then there'll be like some, little message from the author thanking you for your, all these years, and that'll be it. That's it. You're out.
Well, the movie could take care of it after that. I wouldn't mind it too much.
I think if the movie takes place, it's gonna be like slightly afterwards.
Hey, no final fight with Lord Voldemort or nothing like that?
I mean, Sasuke and Naruto are the final battle, and I can't stress this enough. I just want to see like a final Kage summit, and I do want to see Naruto as Hokage though. Like that's one thing I definitely want to see. But we'll see.
He's stronger than all the Hokage. He should get a title of his own.
Well, he's probably stronger than the whole world outside of Sasuke.
Yeah,
well, he is.
I'm talking about everybody.
I don't know. I mean,
it's hard to decide. It's going to be Kakashi. Remember, Kakashi's going to be.
I don't think he could because they before this is definitely a situation. If the whole world chose to fight just Naruto and Sasuke, they could probably beat Naruto because they know all his weaknesses and everything. Like Madara, Obito, they're unknown entities. They know everything there is to know about Naruto. They know his weaknesses. They know how to cripple him and stuff like that. So I think if they were to go up against Naruto, it'd definitely be
Naruto probably can make a clone for each fighter he's fighting. So try to beat him.
He's not stronger than
don't listen out
he's not stronger than the whole world. I'd definitely say.
No, let me say, if Naruto wanted to, he could make like an army of clones, and each clone could be their own ruler of a city.
That's what I was thinking.
Nobody.
I mean, it wouldn't be like he can't do it forever, guys. It's just.
What, he only need to beat him and kill him once. So. What you mean forever? You only have to do it once, huh?
I mean,
we're about to wrap it up, but this.
This is. I feel like this. This is a little tangent.
But listen, it's a fact right now that if Naruto made a clone, that clone would be enough to fight the Hokages. I mean, the Kages.
Yeah,
I agree.
Of course, he can do that in his sleep, like pluck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
he's like Hashirama.
All right.
Yeah, Hashirama just not powered up. He can beat all the Kages by himself. That's just Naruto's clone. Not even putting much chakra into it can beat Hashirama. No
he had clones throwing machine guns.
I'm going to slightly disagree with you guys.
Did he have clones throwing machine guns?
All right, we'll talk about Naruto clones. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because this is probably going to go on another 20, 30 minutes if I don't. But this is great because the energy's back in. You know what I mean? The Kaguya thing was really getting, it was really getting down. So this is good. This is good. We've been looking for this for a long time. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out. You guys have been awesome. And I'll say this once again, and also, especially Elijah and W. Order, you guys. Sean, I don't know if you were in the Kill videos, but that's what started.
We should do a Kill la Kill 25. We should do a Kill la Kill 25 and talk more about it. You know.
Well, you know what? We may do that. We may do that. I wasn't going to, but we may do that.
Oh really? I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm kind of. You guys are kind of. I'm kind of wanting to now, to be honest. The nostalgic mood of it. It would be nice things to do. But anyways, well, it is. I mean, that was like I say, that started the whole Hangout thing.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun, guys. That was a tremendous amount of fun. But it's so much more fun, isn't it? We all get to talk and get the chapter out. We get to hear other people's opinions and flesh everything out. It's just beautiful. You guys are awesome. Really do appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Until next time, take care.